Slowly start getting ready. Sit in a meditative position. Breathe in yogic breathing. Breathe in from your abdomen. Then expand the chest. Then expand the clavicle. Hold your breath. While breathing out, first release the clavicle, then the chest, then the abdomen. While breathing in, suck in cosmic energy. While holding your breath, spread it into each and every part of your body. When you're breathing out, feel that you're pushing out all ailments, all worries from your thoughts, from your brain, from your body. Cares and worries are being flushed out. And when you hold your breath outside, feel that your body is energized and purified. Get ready to chant mantra Om. Make your sankalpa, statement of intent. I'm chanting mantra Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I'm creating 3 layers of protection. Outermost layer of 6 creatures, elephant behind me, peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, a lion on the left side, an eagle above me, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that is a big ring with balls of fire. I'm lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall to go up around me that keeps me protected. Third layer of protection is from the subtle energy of mantra Om. Take your awareness to your perineum, this Muladhara chakra at the cervix. Visualize a 4-petal lotus, color red will come up. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Swadhisthana chakra at the spinal terminus, the coccyx bone, 6-petal lotus, orange color, increase pitch. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura chakra behind the navel, 10 petal lotus, yellow color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata chakra behind the heart center, 12 petal lotus, green color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi chakra behind the throat pit, 16 petal lotus, blue color. Increase your pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Agnya chakra behind the eyebrow center, 2 petal lotus, indigo color. Increase your pitch further, take a deep breath. Increase, take your awareness to Sahasrara chakra, center of the top of your head, 1000 petal lotus, white color. Take a deep breath in. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamadidamastu Ma Viddhishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health mentally and physically. All the brain cells and body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health. And I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. If you know the mantra, chant along. Otherwise, just be in the vibrations of the mantra. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Very slowly disengage your hands and keep them on your knees. Keep your body absolutely immobile. In the steadiness of that body, experience the steadiness of your mind. Be aware of reduced dissipation in your thought process. Feel very deeply connected to Mother Earth. Feel confident that she will always provide you for all your necessities in life. Feel a unique surge of energy coming in from Mother Earth, penetrating deep into your body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, giving you a unique confidence to face up to the external circumstances, be they pleasant or unpleasant. And very slowly open your eyes, release your legs, lie down on your back. We'll start with body scan and then we'll move on to lesson 4. So lie down on your back, hands by the side of the body, palms facing the sky. Just become aware of your body posture, the contours of your body, the way it is lying down, where exactly in the room you are lying down. And then slowly start centralizing your attention within your body and bring that attention down to your heels. Feel how your heels are in relationship to the ground or how your feet are. Are the feet completely flat on the sides on the ground? Or is the feet raised upwards? Is it in a slanting position? Is it completely straight upwards? What is the position? In whatever position your leg is, what is the pressure between your heels and the ground? And are they same on the right and the left? If not, which side is apparently seeming to be pressing more as compared to the other side? Just become aware and make a mental note of it. Now pay attention from the ankle joint up to the knees. Pay attention to your calf muscles. How much of the lower leg from the ankle to the knees are actually touching the ground? Which portion is not touching the ground? Then bring your attention to the back of your knees. Are they flushed along the ground? If not, how far are they raised from the ground? What is the gap? And is the gap similar and symmetrical on the right side and the left side? Similarly, also pay attention whether the pressure between the calf muscles and the ground is symmetrical on the right side and the left side. If not, which side is pressing more? If both the knees are not flushed, which side seems to be closer to the ground? Pay attention, make assessment. Then pay attention to your thighs, back of the thighs, from the knee up to the hip joint. Is the entire thigh region on the ground, or is it raised at some parts away from the ground? If so, how far is it lifted from the ground? Then bring your attention to the buttocks. Is the right buttock, left buttock pressing against the ground symmetrically? The pressure between them almost the same. Then pay attention to your spinal muscles. Start with the coccyx bone, tailbone. Are they touching the ground? Then come to the lumbar vertebrae. Are they touching the ground? Then go one by one the thoracic vertebrae, 12 of them. Then the thoracic vertebrae, are they touching the ground, or are they raised from the ground? If so, which one? Some of them will definitely be touching the ground. So try and identify which ones are not touching the ground. Then pay attention to your shoulder. Are the shoulders flushed along the ground? Are they pressing against the ground symmetrically on the right and the left side? Then pay attention to the lower back. Are they both lying on the ground symmetrically on the right and the left? What about mid back? What about upper back? Then bring attention to the shoulders. Are they both flushed along the ground, or are they raised from the ground? Are they symmetrically raised, or are they asymmetrically raised? Then pay attention to both the hands from the shoulder joint up to the tip of the fingers. Are they completely touching the ground, or there are pockets where they are raised from the ground? Now pay attention to the gap between the neck and the ground. Finally, pay attention to the back of your head. How is it pressing against the ground? Once again, scan the joining parts, heel, calf muscles, back of the knee, thighs, buttocks, spinal cord, and make assessment of whatever you want to notice. When you compare it later, you should be able to note the differences and the changes that you have brought about. Now, very slowly fold both the legs, feet flat on the ground near the buttocks, wherever it can come. Knees are facing the ceiling. Fold your legs. Now, in this, we are going to practice arch and curl, which you know by now. So first, breathing in, roll down your spine. Your tailbone presses on the ground. The lower back below the belt line forms an arch. And then breathing out, allow the lower pelvic region to press on the ground. The tailbone will raise from the ground. The lower back will rest on the ground. Then repeat this process, breathing in, rolling down, lower back arches, tailbone presses on the ground. Breathing out, roll back, lower back presses on the ground, tailbone raises from the ground. Continue 3-4 more rounds. Once you have completed your 5 rounds, put both the hands under your head. Interlace them under your head. I will repeat the process with the only difference. When you are breathing in, you will roll down, tailbone will press, lower back will arch. When you are breathing out, while the lower back presses on the ground, you will raise your head and try to bring the elbows closer to each other. Head will come up only as far as you are comfortable. There is no rule as to it has to come up so much or whatever. Just allow it to happen in the natural process. So, you will roll down, lower back, tailbone presses, lower back arches. While breathing out, you will bring the head up, allowing the lower back to nicely press on the ground, bring the head up, bring the elbows closer to each other. Then breathing in, roll down once again, lower back presses, tailbone presses, lower back arches. Then breathing out, come up. Continue 3 more rounds. If you press the lower back nicely, you can come up more. Experience that difference by allowing the lower back to press nicely on the ground. Always come down slowly with complete awareness. Now stop the movement, relax, and stretch your legs out. Take some rest. Then once again, fold both the legs. Hands are by the side of the body. In this, get ready for the first movement. Lift the right knee, cross it over the left knee. And then take a deep breath. While breathing out, allow both the legs to go down on the right side and see how far you can take it comfortably. Only take it that much. And then bring it back very slowly, feeling the muscles of the lower back release. Second round, when you're doing it, your face will turn to the left side. So breathing out, let the legs go on the right side, face turns to the left side. So this is like twisting a washing cloth, where two people hold it on two sides and they move it in opposite direction. The same is happening to your body now. Very slowly breathing in, bring both the legs back to neutral position. Third round, breathing out, let both the legs go down to the right side, face turn to the left side. See the nice twist of your spine, feel it, contraction of your lower muscles, feel it, movement of your rotators on the thighs, feel it, and very slowly breathing in, bring it back. Take your time bringing back your legs. Last round, knees on the right side, face on the left side, awareness of the twist of the spine, awareness on the lower muscles contracting, awareness of the rotator muscles of the thighs contracting, and when you're taking the legs back, Relax completely. Slowly bring it back. Now release the legs. Keep them folded. And then join both the hands in front of you. Keep both the palms together. Elbows straight. Remember, you must imagine that your palms are fused together with a glue. They cannot be separated. They cannot bend. So in this position, while breathing out, turn the hand to the left side, turn the face also to the left side, and see how much you can go down. Go only naturally where you can go, and then very slowly come back. Take your time bringing the hand back. Second round, very slowly breathing out, turn the hand to the left side, turn the face to the left side. Very slowly come back. Now the third time, keep the eyes looking at the ceiling and take the hand to the left side and see how less you can take because you've disconnected the movement. Eyes continue to look at the ceiling and then very slowly bring it back. Next round, eyes are looking at the ceiling, turn the hand to the left side. Bring it back slowly. Now opposite. Face will turn to the right side, hand will go to the left side. And you will be able to take even lesser than last time. Be aware of this. And then very slowly bring it back. Second round, very slowly breathing out, take the hands to the left side, face the right. Then very slowly bring it back. And now we will repeat the first movement and we will see whether we are able to take the hands more comfortably lower down. So breathing out, turn the hands to the left side and see if you can go a little more. One more time. Take the hand to the right side, or left side. And then very slowly bring it back. And then release your hands, release your legs, take some rest. Now fold the legs again. We will repeat the first movement and see whether we can go down a little more as compared to what we did the first round. So fold the right leg over the left. And then very slowly breathing out, allow both of them to come down to the right side and see if you can take it lower than what you did last time. On its own, don't force it. It should go naturally wherever it goes. If you force it, your muscles will unnecessarily contract. That's exactly what we want to avoid. Bring it back. Breathing in, come back. Take a couple of breaths in and out. And then take the legs down again to the right side. Then breathing in, come back. Then repeat it one last time. And then stretch your legs out and relax. Then very slowly fold your legs again. And you're folding it with complete awareness as to how you're doing it. How exactly are the feet planted on the ground? What seems to be the distance between the feet? Just make mental assessment of all of them. Now, let the left leg go over the right. And now, breathing out, you will take both the legs to the left side. It will go wherever it can comfortably go without forcing. Only as much as it can go naturally on its own without any discomfort. Then come back, breathing in, bring it back. Second round, breathing out, let both your knees go down to the left side. Keep the legs on one on top of the other, left on top of the right. And then breathing in very slowly, bring it back to neutral position. Third round, breathing out, take both the knees to the left side, face to the right side. Remember that. Even if I don't mention, you should be automatically doing it. Face, turn to the opposite side. Come back slowly. And then last round, breathing out, legs to the left side, face to the right side. Relax and then bring it back slowly. Now stretch your legs out and relax. Now slowly fold both the legs. Bring the hands together, palms joining each other, elbows straight. And very slowly, while breathing out, turn both the hands, keeping them together to the right side. Face turns along with it. See how much you can go down. Very good. Then very slowly, breathing in, take the hand back. Slowly. Second round, breathing out. Bring the hands down slowly to the right side. Face turning along with it. See how much you can go down. What is the position? Then take it slowly back. Next two rounds, keep the eyes focused at the ceiling and take both the hands to the right side and see how much less you can take. Third round, hands to the right side, face looking at the ceiling. Come back. Now opposite, hands will go down on the right side, face will turn to the left side. And see how much less you are able to take because of this opposite movement of the face. Then slowly come back, repeat it one more time. Come back. If you want to let the hands rest, give it a rest, then join them again. When you're ready, join them again. Now you'll take the hands to the right side, turn the face along with it. See if you can go down a little more than where you reached last time. Very good. I can see increased movement from here, but you have to experience it yourself. It may appear more for me, but unless you experience it, is not more. One last come back, one last round. And relax. After you've completed, relax. You can stretch your legs out. Now we'll repeat the first movement. So fold your legs, left leg over the right leg. And while breathing out, you will take the legs towards the left side, wherever it can go, and see if it is going down a little more than where it went last time, on its own, without any extra force, without any extra pressure. By default, it should go on its own a little more. Excellent. Face to the right side. Legs to the left side. Face to the right side. Come back on your own time and then repeat it 2 more times. Coming back very slowly, and then you will stretch your legs out and relax. Once you're completed, stretch your legs and relax. Once again, fold your legs, right leg over the left leg, and keep the hands together now. Hands together in front, like the last time. And now, first, slightly move the hands to the left side a little bit, and then take the legs to the right side. Let the face go to the right side along with the hand and the legs to the left side. Then very slowly come back. I'm sorry. Legs to the right side, face to the left side, hands to the left side. I'm sorry. So right leg over the left, legs to the right side, hands to the left, face to the left. Very good. Slowly come back. One more time. First, take the hands to the left side, face turning along with it slightly, and then legs will go to the right side. Come back. And now release the hands and take the legs only to the right side and see if it is going naturally a little more. Very good. Release. Stretch your legs out. Take some rest. And once again, fold your legs. Now the left leg over the right leg, hands together. First the hands and the face will go down a little to the right side, and then you will take the legs to the left side. And then very slowly breathing in, come back. Feel the nice twist at the spinal cord, as though somebody is holding your body on either side and twisting it from one side in clockwise and the other side in anti-clockwise. Come back, take a couple of breaths, then slowly start taking the hands to the right side, face to the right side, and then the legs to the left side. Then very slowly come back. And we'll repeat it the last time. Come back. Once you've completed the last round, very slowly release your hands. And then take your legs to the left side and see if it goes a little more than where it went last time. Lovely. Now stretch your legs out and relax. And as you're lying down, make an assessment. What changes can you notice? Has anything changed in the way the heels are resting on the ground? Has anything changed between your ankle and your knees? Has anything changed between the back of the knees and the ground? Has anything changed between the knees and the hip joint and the ground? Then the buttocks. Now inspect your spinal cord. Can you see whether more of your spinal vertebrae are now touching the ground as compared to what it was before? If not, can you at least experience that all the vertebrae have come closer to the earth or the ground? Now you'll watch first. I'll show it to you on both sides and then you will work out. So the first is you'll keep the hands straight at the shoulder level, and then you'll have to, when I say roll forward, the hand will roll forward and then the palms will touch the ground. When I say roll backward, then you will rotate the hand backwards and try to take the palm touching the ground. When you're rolling forward, the hand which you're rolling forward at the shoulder level, it will almost touch the ground, the arms and the shoulder. When you're rolling it backwards, at this level, it will come away from the ground. So make this movement and just test it out and see. Rolling forward means touching the ground near the shoulder. Rolling backward means it is lifting from the ground. Now, in this position, keeping the legs folded, First, you will roll the right leg towards the ground forward. The right hand will roll forward. The left hand will roll backward. The head will turn to the left side. Then you will bring both of them back to neutral. Now the left hand will roll forward, the right hand will roll backward, and the face will turn to the right side. So whichever side the hand is turning backwards is the side where the face will turn. The other hand will turn on the opposite direction. And then I will give you instructions as to how to include the movement of the leg in it. So start right leg rolling forward, left leg rolling backward, face turning to the left side. Breathing out. Breathing in, come back. Now breathing out, do the opposite movement. That is left hand rolling forward, right hand rolling backward, face turning to the right side. Breathing in, come back, face toward the ceiling, both the hands, palms facing the sky. Now repeat, right hand rolling forward, left hand rolling backward, etc. Continue. About 10, 12 rounds, very slowly, with complete awareness on your own. Then stretch your legs. Do it with complete awareness. Be aware of the twisting motion. Feel the contraction of muscles when you're taking the face on one side. What happens to the neck muscles? What happens to the shoulder muscles? When you're completed, stretch your legs out. Now fold your legs back again. Now this time, first round we'll do very, very slowly so you get to absorb the instructions. Then you can increase the speed a little bit. So first, keep the hands at the shoulder level. Roll the right hand forward and let the legs go down towards the right side. Both the legs will go towards the right side. The knees are next to each other. Yeah, correct. And now turn the face to the left side and the left hand roll backwards. Left hand rolls backward, face turn to the left side. Now come back to neutral position, rolling the hand back, taking the knees back, bringing the face back, hands back facing the ceiling. This time, let the left hand roll forward. Both the knees are taken to the left side. The right hand rolls backward and the face turns to the left side. Then come back. Now continue repeating the movement. Remember, the hand that rolls forward is the direction in which the legs go. The hand that is rolling backwards is the direction in which the face turns. So continue, do about 15 rounds. with complete awareness. When you're completed, relax. Then very slowly turn to one side. Hands, and then sit up. We'll do one yogic practice. We'll practice what is called Yoga Mudra, the posture of yoga. So for this, you will sit in your meditative cross-leg position, whichever is comfortable. Your four fingers of the right hand will rotate around the wrist of the left hand, and the thumb will go from the other side, and you'll keep your hands behind it. In this position, you'll keep the hands behind it. Now you lift your head up, breathing in, lift the head up, breathing out, go forward, wherever you can comfortably reach. And notice where your reach is reaching. Then breathing in, come back. Now we'll put some constraints on this and see how our movements are different. And then we'll repeat the movement and see whether we can go down a little more than where we went last time. So this time, keep looking at the ceiling and come down. So when you cannot leave your eyes from the ceiling, the extent to which you can come down is less than what you did last time. Be aware of this. Then come back breathing in. Now we'll do something very odd and funny. It'll feel very odd, but we'll still do it. We'll turn the face to the right side, and then we'll move forward wherever we can reach. Continue to look on the right side. Now we'll turn to the left side and then bend forward. Then we'll come up. Take some rest now, and then we'll repeat the first movement and see whether we have made any improvement. When you're ready, breathing in, look up. Breathing out, keep coming down, looking up till the body is horizontal to the ground. Then tilt the head downwards. Go down wherever you can. See if you can reach a little more than last time. Hold the position as long as you are comfortable. If necessary, breathe in and out. Then breathing in, slowly come back. Release your legs. Stretch them a little bit. Keep the hands by the side of the body. And then breathing in, pull your kneecaps towards your body. Hold your breath. Hold your position. Breathing out, release the kneecaps. Once again, breathing in, pull your kneecaps towards the body. Hold your breath, hold your kneecaps. Very slowly release them. Once again, breathing in, pull the kneecaps towards the body. Hold your position, hold your kneecaps. Breathing out, release. Now, in this position itself, very slowly lift the right leg up. Lift it only a little away from the ground. And then very slowly take it down. Lift it a little away from the ground. Very slowly take it down. This is very good for your quad muscles. It will help you if you have knee problems. Now the left leg a little up from the ground and very slowly come down. Next round, lift it a little from the ground, not too much, only 3-4 inches is more than enough. And then bring it down. And then be in yogic breathing. Get ready to chant mantra Om. Make your sankalpa, chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies and viruses. Take a deep breath in for Om mantra. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma mritam gamaya, सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ Rub your hands nicely when they're warm, then keep them on your eyes. Feel the prana shakti flowing in the form of warmth from your palms into your eyes. Then very gently open your eyes. Be observant of what colors you can see when you open the eyes. And very slowly release your hands. Hari Om Tat Sat. So see you all on Thursday. Last lesson 6 full lesson. We'll be doing it in reverse order. And then we'll move on to lesson 7 in the next month. Bye.